Hi, this is Sam Sorbo for the Accidental Homeschooler. I just want to share with everybody that I just decided almost on a whim that I was going to start a speech and debate club. And I'm not like a huge expert on debate or speech for that matter. I know a little bit. I participated in a speech and debate club in our old town where we used to live. But here in South Florida, I'm not finding a lot of clubs and things. And so I just decided that I needed to start one because I think it's a really important thing that our children learn how to defend themselves, how to defend their values, how to defend their opinions, how to speak publicly, and how to debate. And so I just stepped out in faith. And it was kind of funny because I was planning to do it. I was thinking about doing it. I was going, well, I don't know, do I have the time? I don't. I'm sharing this because I would like to inspire some of the parents out there to go ahead and bite the bullet and do the thing that you think you just can't do. That you think it's just, I wish that somebody would do it, but it's not going to be me. It's you. I'm here to tell you. It's you. If you have an inclination toward starting a club on anything, do it. Do it because you're the only one. And then you'll find out that you're not the only one, but you have to start. So I was going to do it. I was thinking about doing it. And as luck would have it, we call it luck, right? I traveled back to California last month and just this random thing. So my husband, and I were shooting a show in San Bernardino, which is not a place that I ever really visited when I lived there. It was great because I had a chance to go back to Godspeak for a couple of weekends and go and see what was happening there and everything with the restrictions and everything in California. But while we were there, for the week that I was shooting, so he was shooting for 4 or 5 weeks, and I shot for 1 week. And that last week, the location that they had chosen was sort of off to the side, and there was really no place for hair and makeup or for costumes or whatever. And so they rented some hotel rooms. So I'm driving to the hotel to get my hair and makeup done and get ready for the show. And I pull up to the hotel, and it's called the Ayers Hotel. And it's just this funky, weird hotel that's right next to the freeway. And I pull up and I go, oh my gosh, I've been here before. I was here for a speech tournament with my son, my friend, and her son. Well, my 2 sons, I should say. So, and I just totally, and and I'd only ever been there that one time for that one tournament. And here I am, I've been thinking about doing a club and how am I going to get that done? And I can't do it. It's too much work. And by the way, I had sort of put it out to the community. I'm like, I want to start a speech and debate club. Is anybody with me? And literally one person said, I would be interested if you did something, which is not what you're looking for. You want somebody else to say, oh gosh, I've wanted to do that. Let me help you get started. And then you want them to do it, right? Because we don't want to be the ones to do it. So I showed up at that hotel and I was like, oh my gosh, okay, that's a sign, right? That's a sign. So I said, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have a meeting at my house. I'll just invite everybody and hope that some people will show up and see if I can get people organized so that we can get a speech and debate club started. And I picked a date, like the next Friday. I'm like, okay, I'll do it the next Friday. And I'm about to send out the email to just everybody that I know in this community. And I went to the luckily I went to the calendar and found out, oh, I'm actually not going to be in town next Friday. I'm going to be speaking at The Return, which is a huge event that's happening in DC. So that wasn't going to happen. So that Monday, I called the director at one of the campuses that one of my kids is at, and I said, could I borrow your classroom after school that day and have a meeting? And so I did. And I just put out to the community, we're going to have our first speech and debate meeting and this is what we're going to do. And just show up and we'll take it from there. And I literally didn't know what I was doing. I called friends from the old speech and debate club that I used to be in. I had reached out to somebody that I found out had done a club here in northern part of Florida. So I reached out to her. She was so lovely. We met on the phone. We had a long talk. She gave me some tips. She sent me some flyers, some information on sort of how to do stuff. But I will tell you the greatest blessing. I mean, it was amazing. So I showed up for our first club meeting, and there was a mom there whose daughter's interested in speech and debate. And the mom is because she basically says, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'll learn whatever I can, so I'm here. So that's great, 2 people in the room. Not terribly, encouraging. So I said to Shane, hey, go get some kids. We want more than one, right? He's like, okay. Well, I just didn't realize it. There were kids waiting outside. They just didn't know where they were supposed to go or when they were supposed to be there and stuff. And it was right after school, so everybody's sort of decompressing a little bit and chatting and whatever. And all of a sudden, I had an entire room full of kids. And it's a small room, so 12 kids, but 12 kids is a lot of kids, right? And I just got them up on their feet and they started speaking. I gave them rudimentary, just the basics. Listen, you want an exordium, you want your opener, you want your hook to get your audience interested. Then you need your thesis. We're going to give you a prompt. You'll have 1 minute to prepare. So think about your thesis, your 3 proofs, right? This is like the persuasive essay, up on its feet, 3 proofs, and then your conclusion. It would be good if you introduced yourself. So give us your name, right? But that's all we're going to be, thinking about right now. And I threw the speaker's triangle up on the board also for them. And it was amazing. It was amazing. And I think I had 4 or 5 12-year-olds who were like, okay, who wants to be first? Oh, I do. I want to be first. A 12-year-old who's like, gung-ho, these kids are so excited to do this. I have 2 kids. Each one said separately, basically, I just want to argue. Yes, because you're a teenager. That's what 13-year-olds want. So let's give them the skills. Let's give them the opportunity. Let's give them the forum. Let's give them the parameters within which to debate, and let's make them winners. Because that's what this is. That's what it's all about, is how to persuade people of the truth, right? So I'm just so excited, and I'll keep you guys posted. I just had to share this with you all. God bless.